And I don't know if you know this, but Shah Rukh Khan actually got break in the Bollywood because of politics. I don't know if you know that, but he had contacts in underworld. And it's not a conspiracy. It is a real thing. He had
contacts in the underworld.
In the underworld, yeah. And it is like a proven thing.
I don't know if that's how he got his start or if
Like, I'm talking
he
about
was
his
being...
fame.
You're messing with the wrong person here.
She's about to be on Reddit right now, dog.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Tarun, Shetty. Welcome to the CONVO SUTRA. Here with another amazing episode with my usual panelist and a fantastic guest I'm so excited for. But first, how about we do a quick intro for audio listeners?
What's up, you guys? I'm Jazz. I'm the host of the Hot Chai Pod, a Bollywood gossip and film review show. You can catch me on YouTube every Wednesday. Thanks for having me.
Good to be back as always. I'm Pritesh, Shah, actor, comedian, producer, and I'm just drinking tea.
Hello, everyone. My name is Shayan Krishna. And the last time I checked, I was a social media influencer. So, yeah.
Okay, sir.
The Blonde DESI here in the
Blonde DESI in the house.
Hey, real quick, shout out to Dialogue Coffee for hooking us with our coffee drinks this fine morning.
Delicious.
I'm on no sleep right now, so this is much needed. So you go by Shayan.
Shayan, yeah, you did it right.
You look badass this morning, and I'm really happy that you're on the podcast.
Thank you for inviting me, Tarun.
Yeah, dude, we shot a really funny sketch, and your Hindi is immaculate.
Thank you so much, yeah.
Your Hindi is amazing.
I mean, yeah, I wish I could speak more languages though, but yeah.
I guess that's your calling card, because you obviously look white, Gori, but you actually speak Hindi fluently and you can explain yourself.
Sure. So actually, I don't know why, but like South Asian culture is very diverse, you know? It's not like everyone is brown or everyone is white. It's like you will see every skin color, every hair color person in South Asia if you go. Like, let's only talk about I was born in Sindh. Okay, I'm a Sindhi. And Sindh is in Pakistan and India both. So Sindhi people live in Pakistan and India both. And so my family is half from Pakistan and half from India. But coming to the point, because I imagine most of the people would know about India, let's only talk about India. If you go to Himachal side, up north, you will see a total different kind of people. But if you go to south, you will see a total different, So I don't know why people get shocked when they see how can a South Asian be blonde? There are so many South Asians who are actually blonde, but people are not aware of that. That's the only thing.
Do you have English Anglo in you as well?
I don't know.
Okay.
If you go maybe 7-8 generations before, maybe there will be, but not in the recent. Nope.
Interesting.
No.
And because Pakistan's very conservative, so I mean, I know a little bit about your background.
Well, India's like a color chart.
Yeah,
it is because it's right above the equator. So South India tends to be a lot darker skin, and then you get up to he was saying Punjab, and it's a lot lighter skin.
Yes,
but even within there, there's dark. I mean, Aishwarya Rai is South Indian, and she's.
I'm West Indian. That's why I'm mocha latte.
I'm South
Perfect.
Indian.
Right.
Yeah. Well, no, Gujaratis are perfect skin tone. Let's just get that out the way.
No, but
we're amazing.
I didn't know that stereotype.
Mocha latte is what I go by,
we are
guys.
not racist at all, guys.
No,
We're not colorist here.
not color saw, just perfect.
You're joking, but I mean, there is a level of seriousness to that, like the skin tone.
Yes.
Within Desis,
Especially in Pakistan as well. So there is a very famous thing in Pakistan. If the bride's color is not white, they actually force the bride to be white and give different Fair and Lovely cream. I don't know.
That skin whitening stuff they have in India. Yeah, it's really.
I use it every day actually.
It's not working.
No, it's not.
Kuch nahi hota hai.
Yeah.
Kuch nahi hota hai.
Yep.
No, but that's true in India because even when I was growing up, when you hear people compliment, it was never because someone was actually quote unquote their features. It was always skin tone.
Or they compliment a baby
so
that
auntie
too.
would be like, "Oh my gosh, she's so pretty." I'm like, just because she's light skinned.
Yeah.
She could be, in my opinion, not attractive at all. But if she's light skinned, she's considered pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it comes from our parents' generation and gets passed down.
Yeah,
that's true.
Did you deal with that in Pakistan?
I was not lucky. I won't use the word lucky, but I've seen so many people who have dark skin and they face a lot of they have a very hard time living in Pakistan, especially as a woman. It's very hard. They don't get any marriage proposals, or they are so in Pakistan there is a thing of arranged marriage, and if the bride, especially for the bride, so if the bride is not white, not light skin, That will be the first thing.
Harder
No.
to come by.
And they will say it on their face. They'll not be like, oh, no, we're trying to hide it. No, they will say it on their face. Okay, your daughter is not light skinned. We cannot move forward. It's
I at least appreciate the honesty.
Yeah.
That's great.
You'll see that written in even matrimonial ads in India or even here, actually, like for NRIs, and it'll be like looking for wheat-ish complexion, or I'm like, that's
Jazz, what'd you put out? Jazz, that's what she put out for her man.
dirty chai,
Dirty chai
dirty
looking
chai
guy.
color. Female
true.
Sikhs.
Hold on. Can Jasmine dress like this in Pakistan? That's the question. Can she wear a pink skirt?
Dude, she'd be deported in 2 seconds.
No.
We're talking about
Maybe in the
America.
movie. Maybe in the movies.
No.
Here, Khan
in
wears
the
whatever
movies
she
only,
wants.
but not in no.
But she can't. What's the? Don't
People
you?
used to stare at me like I'm an alien only because of my blonde hair.
Yeah, but people do dress like this now in India in the big
Yes,
cities.
of course.
If you go to Mumbai, like obviously not in a village or a town, but if you go to Delhi, Mumbai, obviously.
But not Pakistan.
No, not
Now Pakistan. What is the?
not even in a single country. Karachi and Islamabad are the most modern countries, modern cities in Pakistan, but no one can wear anything like that.
How about Tarun? Will he get? Look at what he's wearing and just his energy.
Yeah.
Do you think he would make it in Pakistan? Just
For
his vibe.
guys, everything is
just
okay
his
in
vibe
Pakistan.
though. I'm talking about his energy, his vibe.
Yeah, he's a great.
It's
fighter.
okay.
I barely fit in LA. I can't imagine Pakistan, Like this is as metro as like pink shirt. This is as far as I can go. Me and Jasmine, we're in the
We're
team.
matching today again.
Yeah.
So do you watch Bollywood and stuff too?
I love Bollywood. I used to. Okay, I was 5 years old when the movie Three Idiots came.
Oh, the best.
Now you can imagine my age, actually.
He's
Young.
so young.
So, yeah, at that time, my grandfather wanted me to be in a Bollywood movie. And before that, I wanted to be a cricketer, actually.
Oh yeah.
No way.
Yeah. But since my grandfather told me that, and then I had that, and after 1 year, he passed away. So, because of that as well,
Sad ending.
I got a very emotional attachment with Bollywood and with acting. So, yeah,
No, but so you were born, you said Sin, right?
instant, yeah.
And then you moved to America. How old were you?
I was 14
And to Houston.
to Houston, yeah.
Okay, got it. Well, that's how was that transition? That's huge to move to Texas
As like the
as a
Pakistan of
teenager.
America.
Yeah.
No,
Like, how'd that work for you?
Before that, I was actually living in UAE. I lived in UAE for a while.
Okay, so you live in Dubai
Yeah,
first.
because I don't know if you know, but in Pakistan, my whole family was forced to leave Pakistan.
We don't know
tell.
that.
Do
we
tell.
didn't know that. No.
This is the stuff we want to know. Why?
Okay, so we are Sindhi Hindus. Okay,
Okay.
no offense, Pakistani. Not all people are bad. I still have so many Pakistani friends, and they're amazing. But Pakistani government never owns those, because my half family is from India and half from Pakistan.
Yeah.
Pakistani government never owned the people who migrated from India to Pakistan. Even like my community people, they are still labeled as Indians in Pakistan. Pakistan never owned this. So what happened was, it was everywhere on Google when this happened. So if anyone Googles me, this is the first thing they will see. There was a music video in 2017, I guess, they were shooting. It's called Kashmir Hu Main. It was on YouTube. And it was a propaganda movie that Pakistani army wanted to make. And they were telling me to be a part of it. And since half of my family was from India, and that music video was against India and about Kashmir issue and all, I refused that. After that, they started targeting me and all those things. And then they put fake blasphemy charges against me. And in Pakistan, if you have blasphemy charges, the punishment for that is death or lifetime imprisonment.
Wow.
How old were you when this was happening?
I was 13.
But
What?
Yes.
Dude,
you
that's a
were
lot.
13.
Why
They
fighting?
needed you
Why are
in
you
a
laughing at his
Because
pain?
a 13-year-old boy getting blasphemy charges seems
Yeah.
ridiculous.
for not being in a music
And
video.
another
I
reason.
know.
Another reason. No.
I'm looking at
That
him.
was not only the reason.
He looks
No,
pretty
no.
dangerous to me,
No, not only
actually. I
music-
would be very suspect.
Yeah, music video was not only the reason. Another reasons was that they just had some of my Facebook posts where I was being very pro-Indian, because since childhood I was more towards Hinduism side. And if you are, I don't know if you know, but Sindhi Hindus are facing a lot of prosecution in Pakistan. Little girls are getting raped. They're forced to get married with a 60-year-old guy. Like 13-year-old girls are forced to get married with a 60-year-old guy. It's very tragic. So Pakistan is kind of a North Korea, I would say. Pakistan is ruled by not politicians, but by army. And there's no free speech, first thing. And you just have to obey their orders. And minorities, during 1947, there was 17% Hindus, 17% Hindus. Can you imagine how many are left?
Oh.
0.4. So many of the Hindus died. Some went to India, some to America, like me.
And
like
isn't India the third largest population of Muslims in the world?
It is, but in India, Muslims are safe. But
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
There's a lot.
Yeah, a lot. So it's not about Muslims. Muslims are great people. I'm not saying Muslims are bad. It's only about the mentality of Pakistani government on how they
The
treat
country itself.
The country,
Yeah, of course.
And
We're
that's why-
separating them.
Yeah, and that's the reason why that country is struggling. Because I believe in karma. What you do to other people, it will come back to you. And what they did to minorities was just crazy. There's not even a single proper mandir in Pakistan now. All are demolished. Like there are mandirs, but it's like inside houses, apartments. That's it.
Well, I love how you've taken this, I guess, turmoil you've gone through in your life and you've kind of redirected it into positivity, because your social media, capitalizes on the fact that, you do look different stereotypically, but you actually are 100% Indian and you have an incredible...
Very cultured.
Yeah, you have an incredible fan base and you talk to you and you know your stuff inside and out. So I love how you've kind of reframed stuff. I guess that's a conversation to the group. Have you guys taken like your vulnerabilities and channel that into social media? Have you even attempted that? Jasmine's like, no.
Challenges, I'd say mostly on this podcast, to be honest.
Yeah.
I've been pretty vulnerable on this podcast, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tarun's like, no, you haven't, dude.
No, when I was doing a lot of stand-up, I was trying to do that more,
It's definitely in my stand-up. You saw my last set. Yeah, it's definitely probably in my stand-up. But the way you do it on social media, which I commend. You're also younger. You have a great grasp on how to utilize it well. And you've done a great job.
Between 2019 to 2022, I just stopped my social media. And
Completely?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
And in 2022, so okay, I can reveal that now. In 2022, the BJP government in India, they got to know about my story of what happened to me in Pakistan. So they started contacting me and telling me that, Shayan, we need you. We need you to share your news everywhere, share your stories everywhere. So they invited me to different news channels and all. And now I became a proper TV panelist. So every other day, I just sit on Indian news channels and talk about politics now. But it started because BJP government in India, they wanted me to come and express my views to the whole world and, expose the extremism of Pakistan. So, yep.
But you do have views. I was on your YouTube page. You do have views that you openly share. So it's great that you now have a platform.
I'm a very open, what you're seeing me right now, in real life, I'm the same person. And I also believe in one thing when it comes to social media influencing. I just suggest that to everyone, that be yourself. Don't try to be fake or anything. Just share, no matter what your views are, just share it openly. And if people will like it, they're going to like it. And if they don't like it, at least they will appreciate it that you are being honest.
Yeah, Pritesh. Don't hold back anymore.
You know me. I just taper down how I feel.
What was the first video that went viral for you?
First video
So
that
many
went viral.
videos.
He's like,
I can't remember.
How do I go
Okay,
back
there
to
was a
this?
slogan. It's not the first video, but that video crossed, I think, 54 million views on YouTube. It was a slogan. It was a random slogan that I did. It was America Mata Ki Jai. It's a slogan, right? Bharat Mata Ki Jai. So I just put America Mata Ki Jai. And during
America
that time,
Mata
there was
Ki
an
Jai.
election season going on in India and America both last year. So I just put, and this became actually my slogan. And in all my comments, no matter
Can you
what,
translate that, by the way, to people that don't know what that means?
even I don't know.
Of course.
Okay, America Mata. How would I explain that? So in India, we consider everything as God. You know?
Yeah.
So we consider the land of India as a goddess.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just translated that thing in English, be like America Mata Ki Jai instead of Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Mata means goddess.
Yeah.
So
So we would be
America's
like,
land is
Long live
goddess.
American goddess. That's
That's a
the
translation.
easiest translation I can do. Yeah.
Did you get? That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah. Did you get? I'm sure, but you got a lot of crap for that.
No, it became viral everywhere for
that's
some
good,
reason.
yeah.
It became like a slogan.
People love to hate you. They just come out of the woodwork.
Well, people love to hate anyone that they feel like have a
strong
platform,
opinion.
or anyone that has an opinion.
Yeah.
I just think it's interesting that people always want other people's opinions to validate their own.
But at the same time, I'm so blessed to have that. I don't have that word, but like a very strong fan base. Like not a lot, but like strong in the sense like if anyone say like anything against my views, like my fans would attack that person, which is
You have like the Bayhive. You know, when people would
and
say anything against
sometimes
Beyonce, they'd come over.
Sometimes I feel bad because some of my fans starts using very curse words in comment section, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Unlike you, I have to fight my own fights. No one's fighting for me.
Yeah.
No one has my back.
There was a time.
No one has my back.
Yeah, there was a time there was an influencer. His name is Dhruv Rathi.
Love him.
Huh?
I don't know.
Love it. Huge fan. Huge fan. He's on
There was
next,
a controversy, not controversy, but there was a thing that he's a very anti-Modi, and my views,
No, I don't love him.
and my views are kind of pro-Modi. So what happened was he was trying to like attack me in his videos and sending people to my account and all those things. What happened was like when I posted one video, it went super viral, and next day he started, like Dhruv Rathi started messaging me, Shayan, I'm receiving death threats. Then I had to stop it. I was like, okay, I had to delete that video. So if you just Google Shayan Krishna versus Dhruv Rathi, you will see all those things.
That's
sometimes
just ridiculous.
it get out of hands.
Anyone
People
that
take
does
it
that,
too far.
Yeah, people are literally
this
dumb.
actually went too far. Yeah.
People are dumb. Like if you're doing that, that's
Yeah.
just stupid.
This went too far.
Yeah.
Well, what are you supposed to do? I mean, you do Bollywood podcast. So, like, what are you supposed to do if you're getting backlash? Do you double down?
You know, well, I'm not as viral as
No, but
Shayan,
even
but
yours is like fun.
mine
more.
it is more fun, but there are, you know, rabid fans
Yeah.
across the industry. And so I have had to be mindful because I've seen some girls or, you know, female content creators or whatever tweet out something and then they'll get doxxed or someone has made an AI porn video of them and
Jeez.
because they've gone against, you know, the actor that they worship.
Hold on. AI porn videos.
Yeah, where they've like
people.
transposed like
AI porn. Got it.
Tarun, let's see. Let's just put that down in notes real quick.
note to self for tonight. But no, so and then that caused a little bit of fear because that happened like maybe right after my second episode or something came out, and I was like, okay, so don't go after this guy because his fans are crazy, or don't be on Twitter or X or whatever it is, and.
But you're in the world with like crazy fans. I mean, Bollywood has insane. The fan base in Bollywood, I feel like, can't be mirrored here. Like people are obsessed over. They treat them, idolize them like gods.
I mean, people say that about the Swifties or like I said, the Bayhive. Like they have their like worshipping fans, and you can't say anything against them.
But don't mess with Amitabh Bachchan's fans or Shah Rukh Khan fans. Is what I'm saying, they'll kill.
And I would never. But I'll mess with Abhishek Bachchan.
Oh,
Nowadays, Diljit Dosanjh actually nowadays.
Yeah.
Well, that's my boy, so. There's nothing bad to say ever
He
about
is so
him.
polarizing right now.
What did he do recently?
Why?
I guess there was an issue.
Maybe some Khalistani issue, right?
I do this for my job, entertainment news. I literally every other week there's like a story about like some kind of controversy, and he's very outspoken too.
Do
on stage.
you feel like it's possible to get to that level of fame and stay out of politics and stuff? Because it's like it's so weird now. When we grew up, you're too young, but in the '90s, it's like. I remember when they used to interview like NWA back in the early 90s. And like, what do you think these guys... He goes, hey, they bought my record. Thanks for the money. Michael Jordan never got into politics. He goes, whether you hate me, like me, bet against, I'm making money off of you. Like they kept... There was a lot of super famous people that stayed kind of quiet.
Yeah.
And now everyone seems like they have to say something.
The Rock was on Joe Rogan,
Yeah, I
and it
saw
was the
that.
most like watered down interview because he's so corporate. He like doesn't
Yeah.
want to offend
Yeah.
anybody. So I think when you are at that level, you have so many people who actually media train you and tell you what you can and can't say. So unless your brand is to be outspoken, and that's why
Chelsea
you became
Handler.
famous.
Yeah,
Bill
but I
Maher.
have to say the media training, like here, the media training is for you to lean left. So you can say anything that's on the Democratic Party side and you can get away with it. I'm talking about not saying anything about any party, right? The media training here is to be like, make sure you say the left stuff and then we're good.
But I think it has
I
changed.
don't think
It
it's
has
a
changed.
training to say that.
Well,
I
the
think a
corporate
lot of
media
people-
follows that.
I don't know if that's 100% true because I think as we've seen this last year, there's been a divide even in the left for certain issues, and you know, some celebrities have not necessarily gone the progressive route, and then they've received backlash for that.
That's what I mean.
So but they've
don't
not
get
gone
backlash
left.
if,
but they've not gone left.
Yeah, and they get backlash if they don't go left, is my point.
Or they're in the middle, or they say nothing, and people will still, you know, kind of come for them.
Yeah,
for
so
being neutral.
you basically have to have that one. My point is you have to have, before it wasn't like like no one got on Jordan for not really being political. Is my point.
Well, and
At all.
DESI, what do you think?
I think recently it has changed. Hollywood, it used to be a thing where in Hollywood you have to be left.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you know, but Donald Trump has sent 2 of his ambassadors to.
Here we go. Thanks. Yeah.
Donald Trump has sent 2 of his ambassadors in Hollywood to make it more towards right, you know? So yeah, I think it's Trump is changing that thing now.
Well, yeah, it's just so interesting. It's so interesting because art was usually to have its own opinion and not be political.
Yeah.
And now it's been all political. The point of art and to create stories was to challenge society as it is, right?
Yeah.
But that's to challenge politics too. I mean, if we think about the Beatles or, other
Absolutely,
great artists, it is challenging how do we view gender, through what lens, what is oppression? I think that's how a lot of artists have.
No, 100%. I'm
Been
saying, but
expressing
now
themselves.
I haven't seen it infiltrate the system itself, where it's limiting what type of stories you can tell.
Yeah.
Studios
Like
are only
censorship here.
Yeah, they would. Oh yeah, absolutely. I have friends that produce big stuff. If you didn't say the narrative that they want to say, they won't do it. It's happened with my own projects without getting into it. It's like, oh, well, this person needs to look this way to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's.
And I don't know if you know this, but Shah Rukh Khan actually got break in the Bollywood because of politics. I don't know if you know, but he had contacts in underworld, and it's not a conspiracy; it is a real thing. He had
contacts in the underworld.
in the underworld, yeah, and it is like a proven thing.
I don't know if that's how he got his start or if
Like, I'm talking
he
about
was
his
being.
fame.
You're messing with the wrong person.
Yeah,
here.
she's about to be on Reddit right now, dog.
Yeah,
I don't know this guy.
Jasmine, sorry, finish your point.
No, it's just I don't know if that's how he got started. It is
Yeah.
a little bit of a conspiracy. He
Yes.
said that he was contacted a lot by the underworld and to like work with them and stuff. And back then that was something that was happening across the board. They were threatening Hrithik Roshan when his movie was coming out. Oh, you better debut under us and not. And that's why his dad got shot before Kahona Pyar Hai came out. Like they've been in the background with movie production, but I wouldn't
Bollywood is
attribute
crazy.
Shah
No,
Rukh Khan's
but they
success
used to be in
to
the
that.
background in Hollywood too, back in the
Yeah.
day. If you
Yeah,
talk
of
about
course.
Don Rickles, he was Frank Sinatra. They were heavily involved with the mob. So it's because they would one way to launder money is to produce
I mean,
film.
especially
Yeah.
nowadays, if you're into politics and if you have like power, you can do like any good or bad thing. Like you can do anything. That's
I think Hollywood is a mafia in itself. I mean, who's to say, like, you have to know people to have an entry point, unless you are really lucky. However, Shah Rukh Khan broke in. Look at the Me Too movement alone, I mean, we're just talking about the people who were caught. How many women had to, supplicate themselves to like these men of power, to get booked?
Across any industry. Yeah.
Way to bring on the podcast, Shayan.
I'm just gonna drink my coffee.
Yeah.
real quick.
Totally kidding.
it's delicious.
Hey, sorry to interrupt. If you like this episode, please like and subscribe. It helps us so much. Thanks. The way you're perceived, because I know you're an actor, and I know you're a good actor because you just did that sketch with us, which I appreciate.
Thank you.
So how does that affect your casting here in Los Angeles?
Being into politics?
No. I mean, just like how you are, like, because you're Indian, obviously. So do they cast you more as like a white person or like an Indian guy? Like, how do they see you?
No, not really. I mostly do. So whenever I'm auditioning or submitting on Casting Network or anything, you know what I put as a race? White Caucasian.
Interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, because there are not many South Indian roles. That's another thing. But I don't think I can fall in the category of South Indian. So yeah, that's how I do it.
Well, it's kind of good because you can play so many different types as well.
Yep, that's also.
And multi-ethnic, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw your Netflix thing. It was a cameo.
I'm doing one Bollywood movie. I don't know if you saw that on my Instagram. It's called The Unknown Mind, and I'm playing a role of a British doctor in that. So yeah.
Can you do a good British accent?
Not really, no. But still, because of my appearance, I'm doing a British doctor.
So what's your dream role?
My dream role, I don't know if you watched that movie Animal. Have you seen
Yes.
that?
With Rob Schneider? Animal?
No, the Bollywood movie.
Ranbir Kapoor's
Ranbir
Animal.
Kapoor one.
I saw the Rob. That was like in high school.
No.
Why is he referencing a Rob Schneider movie?
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that, but
Was that good?
Yeah.
it's my
awesome.
favorite movie.
It's your favorite movie?
I mean, in this decade at least, I can say.
See? And those were the fans that were going crazy on Twitter with that girl.
Why can't he like the movie?
I'm just shocked. Favorite. Favorite's that's a big
Okay,
statement.
can I get a synopsis about this real quick? What's this movie about?
If you know, you know.
Can you give me the elevator pitch?
Hold on, ignore her. Okay. You can love the animal.
No, I love it. I loved it too.
Okay.
I
good.
mean, first thing I loved Ranbir Kapoor. Like, okay, Ranbir Kapoor's birthday and my birthday comes on the same day, which is September 28th.
Libras.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why Ranbir Kapoor is my favorite actor. But overall, I like the script of Animal, actually. So it's like my ideal role, you know?
Okay, no one's told me
It's
what
like
this movie's about.
it's an angry young man, kind of
Yeah.
the black sheep of his family, and he has to like protect his dad and his family,
Yeah.
and he's like
He
violent,
can do
and
anything.
he is this very shadow character.
Yeah.
And he has a sensual side. It's a lot. The movie
Yeah.
is a lot. It's a long movie. It's very violent. I loved it. I felt like I wanted to be Animal by the end of it and protect my family with a bunch of machine guns, but you know.
Fantastic. Good messaging.
great movie.
Good messaging. Great messaging.
I cannot keep up with all these Bollywood stars. I mean, every day I look, there's like a new Bollywood star that I have no idea who this person is.
There has been an influx of a lot of young talent that's blown up like crazy, especially because of social media.
Just yesterday I went to see, okay, it's a funny story that just happened yesterday. I went to see a Bollywood movie that just got released yesterday. It's called Kesari of Akshay Kumar.
I know that is, yeah.
And you know what happened?
K-City 2, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, son.
Yeah, Kesari
All
too.
right.
So what happened? Me and my friends were watching, and when we left, so okay, a little bit about the movie. That movie's about before independence, of how the Britishers used to torture Indians and all those things. Okay, when I left the cinema with my friend, she was like, "Shan, don't run. No one will hurt you. Okay, no one is angry on you. Don't run." You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
That movie's about British, like how British used to torture Indians, and she was like, what if those people think you are British and started getting revenge on
That's
you?
hilarious.
So it has happened to me so many times. Like, I've seen so many comments of Indians. They'll be like, "Don't try to rule us again, bro. We will kill you. Don't fucking try to rule us again."
You don't look British to me, but that's funny.
Yeah.
I always heard like Indians, I don't want to trash London, but like we're kind of lower class there. Is that true?
In England, no. I would say there are like in America, you will see more Indians as compared to Pakistanis. But if you go to England, you will see more in South Asia. You will see more Pakistanis as compared to Indians. That's the only thing.
In London?
Yeah, especially in London.
Oh, wow.
London and Birmingham. Yeah, there are more
I didn't know that.
Pakistanis. Like more Pakistanis in the sense like if you're doing a competition, I'm not doing a competition, but still. In America, Indians have more like IT jobs or more professional jobs, you know, like more, how would I explain? Like
White
more,
collar.
Yeah, like good paying jobs.
Yeah, white collar jobs. Yeah.
But if you go to England, Pakistanis have those kinds of jobs. That's the difference.
When you moved to Texas, what was that culture shock like?
Texas is like full of South Asian people. So there's some areas in Houston, Dallas, you will see like you're living in Pakistan or India actually.
Yeah.
You will not get like Toronto, you know, you will see like a Punjab. So same as Houston or Dallas, it's same as India or Pakistan.
I was going through your social media. It feels to me like your audience is particularly from India, right? Because it's Hindi. Because, you know, I was doing a web series back in the day and it was in English. And our conversations with my director was like, if we were doing this in Hindi, we would have such a bigger fan base. But there are these pockets of Indians like in Canada, England, Australia, and you can kind of just harness them together. Have you been able to do that? Because I haven't been able to figure
What
that
you
out.
mean exactly?
Like, I guess, figure out like these South Asian pockets in the world.
Oh yeah, so many. Like so most of my content is in Hindi, but in India I have like my insights on Instagram is I think 62 or 63%, and then
That's
I think
so high.
no, but still it's in America it's like 19 or 20%.
Okay.
And all the 19 to 20% are of course would be mostly Indians or who speaks Hindi, you know. So yeah, I have like audiences all over the world who speaks Hindi. It's not only in India.
Yeah. But I know what you're saying. And I think that's actually what I was telling you about in the latest script I'm thinking about, because I think when we were young, like 15, 20 years ago, there was a big difference. You know, you go to India, they call you ABCD. We were basically not Indian to them, right? Like I couldn't connect with my cousins when I was young. We're like, we're two different worlds, right? Literally, the way I looked at the world, culture, everything. Now it's not that unsimilar. Like it's very same conversations, very similar things. The world's way more global. I think stories that are told here do well there. Even the clips that have gone viral here, from my short Invisible Brown Man, that fingering scene, it's not what you think. That scene that went viral, 50 million views, mostly in India. So it's like even the type of comedy that they understand, it's so much more shared now than this world where it's like these differing, you know?
Well, would you want to be more, I guess, mainstream here in America, or would you be happy just having an Indian fan base?
I mean, I don't know if, I don't think that matters. I don't know. I just think it's cool to connect the worlds, like you said, to me. Then whatever happens, happens.
For you?
I think I think it's really interesting because my whole podcast is in English and I have kind of a, American take and I sound obviously very American, but my audience is primarily in India. And most of my views are from India and from Mumbai and Delhi. And then there's Lahore. Like those are three big pockets for me. And then the US is second. And then it's like UK, Australia, France, Canada, right? Anywhere where there's NRIs. So it's very interesting. Like people from these bigger cities, I don't know that it would maybe resonate in other parts of India. Or maybe they would prefer it to be in their language, but...
Well, look at this, the rise of stand-up comedy in India over the last decade. But all the comedians you watch in India are speaking in English. They're doing their comedy. A vast majority of the comedy I see, at least, that's blown up, is English. And they connect with it just fine, right?
It's such trash, the stand-up comedy scene in India.
What do you mean that it's trash? Are you talking about the comics itself or the scene?
I think
There's some good, great comics.
You don't think
Really?
they're funny? I think some of them are so funny.
I think it's too nascent. I think they're in the beginner.
They're in the beginner stage. It's not as developed
So,
as here, of course. It's a new art form there.
No, I respect them for doing stand-up
We're gonna
comedy.
get this is gonna go viral. You're gonna get
Please, I hope it
destroyed
goes
for
viral.
that opinion for sure.
I hope I hope we get some views off this.
No, I hope you
finally.
put that clip out. I'm gonna laugh
I will definitely clip
because I
that.
think it's time that you get destroyed from Indians, not me. Because
Good.
I've been continuously getting
Oh,
destroyed.
trust me, you do not see the countless messages I've gotten over the past 2 decades from people. I get tons of hate.
What's the worst thing they can say about you?
Who does he think he is?
Or
That's
the
what I say. I message him. I message him. I'm like, who do you think you are, Tarun?
Please, I want to hear your take on this. Like, people love to make personal attacks on you. Like, for a while, I was doing like a web series that did really well on YouTube. Man, I would get these messages every day, like, this guy's like closeted gay, like, hit on
I agree.
And I
Just
was like,
sexuality.
DCOC?
yeah.
Oh, I loved that. I used
For
to watch
me,
it.
for me, they usually like comment says stuff. If they don't like me or my content, they'll be like, "Oh, this guy's albino," and they don't even know the meaning of albino. Albino is not only about being blonde or white. Albino is actually a disease. So, and I don't have it, of course, but in albino, you have like all the skin allergies. I don't know if you know. So if people don't like my content, they'll be like super mad on me or something. They'll comment such things, So yeah.
But I never delete any comment. I leave it
me
up.
too.
I actually welcome. I'm like, good.
It's a good thing, Okay,
Exactly.
So if there's a hate comment and people are replying to that comments and all,
Oh, the algorithm loves
yeah,
that.
algorithm loves it.
Yeah. Comment on a comment. They love that. They love that.
A friend of mine told me, who's kind of famous, and he goes, if 1% of the world like knows you, even if they hate you, it's a good thing. You're breaking out of your purview and people are discovering you. Like, that's the whole name of this game. Your fans are great, but you want people to not...
To hate you.
Well, you want people who don't know who you are, to discover you.
Yeah.
Like, that's when you really start getting famous,
That's why Tarun goes on dates with people he doesn't know.
What-
That's why Tarun goes on dates. That's how he
dates?
does dates. Yeah, just finds more people that don't like him. He's like, this is great. So one more person that's discovering she doesn't
dating
like
scene
me.
is such a shit show. I mean, we don't have to get in there. Are you dating anybody right now?
Me?
Tarun, that was a great segue. We don't have to get into it. Hey, Jess, we don't have to get into it. By the way, are you dating anybody? What's going on? You dating anybody? You dating anybody?
No.
Arranged marriage?
I can't hear it. Sorry.
Oh.
arranged marriage.
Yeah, you gonna do an
I
arranged
think you've
marriage?
seen that podcast, maybe.
No. What?
With Natasha. Okay.
Oh, she did talk about it. Yeah, I do remember that.
After that thing, I got so much criticism because I said in her podcast that I believe in arranged marriage. And I actually do. It's not like a...
Nothing
What's
wrong with
it?
that.
Yeah, what's wrong with
I
that?
actually do
Believe
believe
in
in arranged
Yeah.
marriage because in current society, I don't think anyone should do love marriage. I don't think so. So,
Well, the fact that somebody can walk out of a relationship, like you give them like a live grenade, they can pull the pin at any time, be like, all right, I'm done, and walk out with half your assets. That scares me. I'm sorry.
I think there's a difference also. Maybe people conceptualize arranged marriage as forced marriage, and that's just really not
That's
what
an
it is
antiquated
anymore.
way.
Yeah.
That, like the last time, that type is
It's
like
an
a grandparents.
introduction. It's a matching on
It's dating apps.
values.
It's really just
and-
real dating apps. Yeah.
yeah. And in arranged marriage, you don't have to... Sorry, in arranged marriage, you don't have to introduce families to each other, So... And I think if you're doing a love marriage...
You mean
it's
because the parents already
know
have
each other.
introduced themselves?
Yeah. Because in love marriage, it's like a whole headache. You have to meet the other family.
I
Especially
mean, well,
in
that's
South
a part
Asia.
of it, but yeah.
Small part of it.
I mean, it's very hard. Like I've seen...
But that's coming.
For
That's
women, it's easy. You show
I've
up
seen,
at Applebee's and you have your free meal. For guys,
no. She's talking about introducing families.
Yeah, but I've seen...
I know. Meet at Applebee's.
That's
Yeah,
a
I've
really
seen-
big...
That's where you're going to introduce your girl to your brother and family.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I've seen so many so many love marriage, like after the marriage, they have a bad relation with their parents. You know, I've seen so many like that.
I mean, I don't love or look. There's no reason. There's no success story really. Like, right? There's challenges both ways you go about it.
yeah.
There's a lot of people that did arranged marriages too that stayed in it because of cultural aspects, but it's very toxic and they should have left. So like,
And you don't know what the compatibilities
That's
really
also true. Yeah.
are. If like you have to look at this person's face.
yeah, you do have to do a
every
Vedic astrology
day.
reading, matchmaking.
But don't they say in love marriages, you're in love initially, in these arranged marriages, you find commonalities and you become in love. Isn't that what they say?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
It's a dictator of success in a way because we all know you can love someone and not be compatible with them, right? So they in a way had a point. Do you have similar values? Did you come from similar upbringings? Is there shared experiences that you know this is gonna work, right? Because you can love someone and be like, we have completely different. I've dated someone like
Another
that.
benefit of arranged marriage. Sorry if I'm sounding so conservative,
I like
but
this.
but another benefit of arranged marriage is if let's say if the couple is having a very big argument or something, their families could come and solve that. Okay, it's a total that decision.
Why do you
but-
assume that? Why
I mean,
what does
I'm-
arranged marriage have to do with families being good counselors?
No, like because in arranged marriage the families already know each other, so there is like
Doesn't mean they agree just because you know them.
no, not agree, but like they sometimes comes and solve the disagreements or something like that. But in love marriage, the families be like, it's your choice.
That's not true. That's absolutely not true. I have seen that.
You have a completely skewed view on that, my friend.
Am I the
I would 100% disagree with you because it's
See-
real quick. If you need arrange or love marriage, if you need your families to come in to solve your personal problems
it's
as
not
two
good. I'm not
adults,
saying- yeah, I'm
that's
not
you're
saying it's
already
good.
on a bad problem.
I'm not saying it's good, but because of that, so many marriages get saved from divorce because of that. Like I've seen it from my own eyes. That's what I'm sharing.
saved because you're facing this external pressure to stay together. That's the primary thing.
I mean, I'm talking about like one, but not if it's happening like every month or every week that their
month.
parents have to be involved.
But let me-
I mean, that's wrong.
Let me tell you,
Did your parents have an arranged marriage?
Yes, it was.
And your
it
parents
was,
had an arranged marriage?
mine. Well, it's like a modern arrange.
Yeah, semi-arranged.
They
me
met
too. It's
and
just
they
a
could have
modern
not
arrange, yeah.
decided to. But yes, they knew each other for 2-3 weeks before they got married. But they had choice.
And
They had
yours-
choice.
Yes.
So I'm the only one whose parents had a love marriage. And my
And
parents
it's-
have a very happy marriage.
She's
and
lying.
they're business partners.
She's lying. It's very toxic. I spoke to Auntie and she's miserable right
She's
now.
furious.
But
She's
can I ask you,
miserable.
why even get married? Why have the government be involved?
The
Because sharing is
government's already
caring and you
involved.
give away your assets. It's
Sharing is
beautiful.
caring?
Yeah,
Is that
sharing
what
is
you
caring. You just give half your stuff away. It's beautiful.
yeah.
I hope you have a daughter one day. I can't wait to see you as a dad. Be like, I'm gonna solve all your problems.
Yeah, it's going to start by arranged marriage.
He probably could though. He's very well spoken. You seem like you think clearly. So maybe
Yeah. Marriage is an interesting thing. I think we're going through a time where
Yeah.
before marriage, a part of marriage was not even love-based. It was just because you had your roles and you need each other. A man had no idea how to upkeep a home or take care of children and feed himself, so that was her thing. Man brought everything in, but now everyone's doing everything.
Yeah.
There's different elements, and you kind of decide on what type of partnership you want. There's no wrong or right. You just have to decide.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, there was a part of it where they were so codependent,
Yeah.
right? And that codependency, whatever your opinion of it, doesn't really matter
I'm
right now.
codependent now.
Yeah, but think about our parents, right? That generation, even their parents, they were so codependent that you didn't really have a choice to leave, right? You would if it got super toxic, but that codependency kept the latch.
Yeah.
Our generation may have a lot of emotional codependency, but otherwise, it's like, look, I can take care of myself. I cook for myself. Like, this ain't working for me. I'm good, right? Not saying you don't feel or grieve, but the material aspects, there's a lot more independence now.
Yeah.
So it's different.
Jasmine, as a female, what do you think? I think you're the only female here, so you can talk.
You think she's the only female here? She is the only female
Unclear
here.
yet.
Yeah.
I'm transitioning. I didn't tell
I'm
anybody.
transitioning too.
If you
so-
are, you're going to book every role. That's going to help you tremendously.
What do I think of what? Marriage?
I don't know. Whatever you think. What do you think right now?
Do you think you should need to get arranged marriage so then your in-laws can solve your problems with your husband, like he said?
Yeah, I would love that. I would love them to be.
Because
As long as they say that
that was
he's
some
wrong, I'll
crazy
make it
coming out of
work.
this kid. Yeah.
That one was wild because my girlfriend had this big incident with her husband. I hope she's not watching this. And
I hope she
their
is.
parents both got involved, and they have a love marriage. And both parents were like talking to their child, like, "No, go do this. You're doing this wrong, whatever." So they solved it, and it's a love marriage.
Well, I think the thing is, it comes down with the belief system that if you have arranged marriage, both parents are emotionally grounded and thought out to know what's best for their child. Now, in theory, that's great. But we all know not all parents are
I
that
can tell about
emotionally
myself.
developed.
I cannot make good decisions. So yeah.
Why can't you make good decisions?
I'm going to limit yourself. Dude, you're so young, though.
I like the self-awareness.
Yeah,
You're so
I cannot
young.
make good decision. I trust my parents more than myself.
But see, if that works for you, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm not attacking your way. I'm just saying it's hard to make a generalized
I know,
viewpoint
yeah,
why it
it's hard
works
to
for
generalize.
everybody.
Yeah, I
Right?
know,
Because there's some people who just don't want to get married, and that's okay too.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like Tarun maybe doesn't want to get married, right?
I would like to find somebody, but everybody's like a. Sorry, I'm okay.
Are you on Shadi.com or Jeevan Sash?
No, I can solely this. It's fine.
He's on Tinder Premium.
I would like to get married, but everybody is such a disappointment to me.
Or are your expectations too high?
That's a good point. You see, what happens is I create these false illusions, realities of like what people should be like and what this fantasy is. And then it's never enough for me. And at the end of the day, I like to work. Like my work's everything. And I feel like I weaponize time. Like my biggest weapon is my discipline. So when people are in my life, I feel like they're wasting my time.
Okay, but that means you're not honoring what positive impact that can have on your life.
Yeah,
Also,
absolutely.
Or on
don't
your
you
creativity.
But don't you feel like when people say that, I would have to challenge you. When people say they're busy or they work a lot, I feel like that's also an escape mechanism.
We can definitely get into this.
That's all distraction, right? It's like, well, I have to stay and that's a lot of problem with Americans in general. They get so distracted with work because they don't want to sit and face themselves. That's what happened in COVID. People had to sit and face their bullshit,
Totally
and then they lost their freaking minds because their whole life was a distraction from their emotions and their feelings and their trauma. And now you're sitting across your partner who you were escaping from and hated your life.
Pritesh, that's very interesting you said that, because I was talking to someone the other day where I said, I'd always said I don't want to get married. I don't care about getting married. I love being single. And then during COVID, I was like, wouldn't be bad to be married.
Yeah, it's just
This is a little like we're coloring in the books, we're alone. And then
Look,
it wouldn't be so bad.
I think there's a relationships trigger the hell out of you. They're super challenging, and that's why you grow. And you're not necessarily going to do that on your own. And it's a decision you make. But if it's done, it can be beautiful. Look, this coming from a guy who used to run away from relationships all the time. I'm guilty of it too. I'm like that too. I'm like, okay, this is like kind of ran its course, and it's probably me being like, I've hit the tip top of my own vulnerability, which I wasn't willing to go deeper in. And in relationships, you got to get deeper and deeper and deeper. Otherwise, it becomes stale.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm asking you to get deep with me, man.
I'm telling you very honestly, like I believe suffering is how I channel everything. Like I take all my suffering, like a Sith Lord, and just put it all in my work. And that's how I'm able to make magic happen. It works for me, but it's not really conducive to the perfect family life that most people and Indians probably vision.
But have you been in a dating situation or been with a partner where you felt like you were getting some level of fulfillment or companionship or someone that could uphold you or someone you could be really deeply vulnerable with?
Yes, and it was a waste of time.
Whoa, why?
My career did not move at all when I was in these relationships.
But it's not on you. You can balance it.
It's one or the other. I believe like
You're all in 100%.
100%.
So you don't have balance in relationships.
My 50% is most people's 200%.
Okay, that's great. So give 50% to your partner and they'll be happy. What are you talking about?
Anyways, we got to wrap up. Really appreciate you coming by.
No, thank you so much. It was amazing. I loved it.
I hope you get the best arranged marriage.
Yeah.
I want all of us want to invite. I want to know how it happens.
One thing I'm going to say, even though I'm a Gen Z, but I'm the most conservative person you'll ever met. I'm telling you.
I love that.
Good sign off.
That is honestly,
I'm the
that was
most
epic.
conservative person you'll ever
Super
met.
conservative.
You seen like the village life in India and all, like that conservative.
You don't drink, you don't eat meat.
Yeah. No, like not like that, but in a sense of, how would I explain? Like just go to a village in India and that life, that's like my ideal life, you can say.
Maybe it's time to go back.
Yeah, kind of. maybe I'll make that kind of a village in America, Who knows?
Oh yeah, I'm
Maybe
down.
arranged marriage right here.
Yeah, how about you two? Arranged marriage right
Good
now.
couple. Light-skinned.
Light skin, your mom would love
Be
it.
burning the house down.
Yeah, way younger, but
We like younger.
Yeah.
We don't mind younger.
You like cougars? What's up? That's a cougar.
We'll be reviewing your Bollywood debut on Hot Chai Pie.
You guys can talk about Bollywood for the
Yeah.
next
let's do
10
that.
dates.
You can talk about the underworld.
It's now a dating show. Hey, but seriously, where can we find you on social media?
So on Instagram, it's the blonde DESI. On YouTube, it's Shayan Krishna. And Twitter, X, also Shayan Krishna. But if you open my Twitter, it will be full of conservative political posts, pro-Trump and pro-Modi. Just a disclaimer.
Great.
Love it. And it's hard to follow that up. You can find me at the Pritesh Shah on everything. And if there's any ladies looking for an arranged marriage, right here.
Not right now. I'm only 21, guys. No.
You guys can find me at Hot Chai Pod on YouTube and Instagram. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and you can find me at Tarun Shetty. Also, please follow our Instagram page, The ConvoSutra. Follow us on Patreon. Sponsor an episode. Help us however you can. Share this with your friends. I want to thank our guests for coming by. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Tarun.
Yeah, and thanks to our panelists. You guys always kill it. And we will see you guys next episode. Well, take care.
Bye.
Great. Literally 2 seconds in, I spilled coffee all over my shirt.